The Good Life Game Show is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service with support from the BCS Project and USAID.
Shakespeare wrote in one of his plays titled Julius Caesar that there is a tide in the affairs of men which, taken at the floods, leads on to fortune. It means it is now or never. Welcome to the Good Life Game Show, brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, the BCS Project, with sponsorship from the United States Agency for International Development. My name is Johnny Hughes, the Bonafide Genius, and on behalf of the rest of the team here from the plush GH1 Entertainment Television Studios, you are welcome. 5 unique people have assembled today, and very soon I'll be bringing them onto this grand stage to fill the lecterns or podiums, as you would call it, to play for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be a man or a woman? We'll find out. But first, let's get ourselves acquainted with the rules for the game on the Good Life Game Show.
To play the Good Life Game Show, the potential contestant must be of age 18 and above, of a sound mind and body. 2. Text your name to short code 1761 and wait for our call. 3. Take your spot on the show and play your way to great rewards in 3 exciting rounds. Each round will be explained by the host of the show. This is the Good Life Game Show, plain and simple.
Those are the rules of engagement here on the Good Life Game Show. I'm sure you have been, your appetite is wet and you want to play right now. Just pick up your phone and send your name to the short code 1761. Alternatively, you can send the word Good Life to the short code 1761 so that it activates your phone for you to play along as I read the questions here on this grand set. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, to get 5 beautiful people, fine contestants, to fill the podiums so we can begin the show. First, we have Cheryl. Put your hands together for her. We have Bernard next, Mavis, Timothy, and Abigail. Put your hands together. Welcome back to the Good Life Game Show, proudly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, the BCS Project, with sponsorship from the USAID. Have you heard about a deadly disease called malaria? Yes, that's what we're going to be talking today on the Good Life Game Show. But first, let me explain the rules of the game for round 1 to you, my dear contestants. Round 1 is general knowledge. In this round, every question has a lifespan of 5 seconds. Each question carries 3 marks. At the end of the round, we'll put together the marks, and whoever has the highest score becomes the landlord, the landlady, to kick 2 people out. Then we'll go to round 2. Round 2, the weakest contestant goes home. And then round 3, it will be just 2 of you battling your head out. Round 2, you could do an activity, or you could be watching a video. So you might have to psych yourselves up for that. Meanwhile, if you're watching from home, you can also play. Just text the words Good Life to the short code 1761. It opens up your phone to answer the questions as I read them out. You could also send your name to 1761 to play on this show. That's the Good Life Game Show. Now, are you really a good lifer? Yes. Okay, I have one job for you. Go on to Facebook right now and look for the page Good Life Ghana. Join that family. It's a big family. You will love it. You'll never regret it. Now, let's move on to the questions. I'll start with you, Cheryl. Round 1, question 1. Vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin. True or false?
True.
True, that's correct. Bernard, which is the commonest element on Earth? Is it hydrogen or oxygen?
Oxygen.
Oxygen is wrong. It's hydrogen. Mavis, Hi, that look on your face. The largest coffee growing country is Spain. True or false?
False.
False it is. It's false because it's Brazil. Brazil. Timothy, the UNO was formed in the year 1945. True or false?
It's true.
True, that's correct. The United Nations Organization was formed in 1945. Abigail, name the first woman Prime Minister of Great Britain. First woman Prime Minister.
No idea.
I thought you were going to say Lady Gaga. It's Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher. You heard her name before? Cheryl, Kofi Annan was the 5th Secretary General of the UN. True or false?
False.
False it is. Kofi Annan was the 7th and the 2nd African to have occupied that space. The first one was Boutros Ghali of Egypt. Bernard, what is 10% of 40?
0.4.
0.4. Are you sure?
The question again.
You got it the first time. You're wrong. It's 4. 0.4 is less than 4. It's less than 1. And so you're wrong. Mavis, if I take 2 apples out of a basket containing 6 apples, how many apples do I have?
2.
2, that's correct. Timothy, in a flock of 30 sheep, for every 1 black sheep, there are 5 white sheep. How many black sheep are there?
5.
5 is wrong. It's 6. 6, 5. Abigail, acid turns litmus paper to the color blue. True or false?
True.
False. It turns it to red. Cheryl, aluminium is the metal you get from bauxite. True or false?
True.
True. That's correct. Bernard, the Boti Falls is in the Ashanti region. True or false?
False.
False it is. That's correct. It's in the eastern region. Mavis, the chemical element for gold is the same as the abbreviation of the African Union. True or false?
It's true.
True. That's correct. Gold is AU. The African Union is AU. That's correct indeed. Timothy, last one for this round. What are the last 4 words of the national pledge?
So help me God.
So help me God, and God indeed has helped you. Abigail, last one. What's the stool name of the current Asante Hene? The current Asante Hene. You don't know?
No.
Are you serious? I can't believe this. His name is Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. He took over from Otumfuo Popuari. Oh, you know. We'll be right back with the scores and more. Stay with us. Welcome back. I'm sure if you're playing from home, you're finding the questions very, very interesting. Our contestants are enjoying themselves, and I'm sure the studio audience, you're enjoying yourself too. Put your hands together for yourselves. You get this only on the Good Life Game Show, and it's free to be part of our live studio audience. Just get on the Facebook page, Goodlife Ghana. That's the Facebook page, Good Life Ghana, and indicate your interest to be part of our live studio audience, and we'll gladly put you up here in the front row for you to enjoy the game show. At the end of round 1, how did our contestants fare? So we have a tie between the 2 ladies. Cheryl and Mavis will break it. Are we ready, ladies? Let's break it. Cheryl, lungs are situated in the A, abdominal cavity, B, pericardial cavity, C, buccal cavity, and D, thoracic cavity.
Buccal cavity.
Buccal cavity is wrong. That's actually the mouth, is in the thoracic cavity, the torso. Mavis, you can get this right. Become the landlady, kick 2 people out. It's your choice. The human cell contains A, 44 chromosomes, B, 48 chromosomes, C, 46 chromosome, and D, 23 chromosomes?
46 chromosomes.
46 chromosomes, that's correct. So, Mambe is our top prize winner is our winner for round 1. You have the choice now. Kick 2 people out quick. Let's continue.
Abigail.
Cheryl, you're going home. You're a threat. Abigail, you're a threat. Please come. Put your hands together. Let's begin round 2. Round 2 is our wild card segment. Like I said, we're focusing our attention on malaria, and so our questions will come in that vein. Round 2, as usual, you either perform an activity or watch a video. And here, we're gonna watch a video, playback of the malaria sport titled Bites. Are we ready? Let's watch the video.
The type of mosquitoes with malaria bite at night. Every night, they will bite you more times than you can count if you let them. They don't care who you are. They don't care where you sleep or who you sleep with. And you will get malaria not just once, but over and over again. Repeated episodes of malaria will make you weak. Everyone is at risk. Untreated malaria can quickly lead to severe malaria, which can result in permanent brain damage in children or even be deadly. About every 3 hours, a person dies of malaria in Ghana. Don't let it be you or your loved ones. Prevent malaria. Sleep under a treated net at all times. Remember, the type of mosquitoes with malaria bite at night. Treated nets are the best way to prevent malaria, allowing you to sleep protected. Let's come together and drive malaria away for good life.
Okay, guys, welcome back. You saw the video.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
That's titled Bites. Malaria is malaria. So here are the questions that follow. Bernard, the LLIN should only be used indoors. True or false?
False.
False. That is correct. Mavis, treated nets come in different shapes. What are these shapes? Do you use a net at home? Yes? No?
No.
No. That's why you're getting it wrong. It comes in conical and rectangular shapes. Conical and rectangular shapes. Timothy, treated nets come in different sizes. What are these sizes? Sizes.
We have 180, 150.
Are you giving me the specifications? You put yourself in trouble. Oh. Sizes, not the measurements, not the details.
Queen size.
Queen size.
Yeah.
We have small, medium, large, and the family size. Nothing like queen size. Bernard. And it's advisable to select a size that is suitable for your bed or your mat. Bernard, treated nets come in different colors. Mention 4 of these colors.
White.
Yeah.
Blue. Green. And red.
You've been bailed out. White, blue, green, and red. That's correct. And of course, there is pink and black as well. So in addition to white, blue, green, red, there's pink and there's black. Depending on your color preference and the size of your bed or your mat, you choose a bed net which is okay for you. Mavis, there are several things you can do to take care of your nets and prolong its effectiveness. Mention 1 of these.
You can mend it in case a part of it gets torn.
Okay. I said 1, eh?
Yes.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. You can mend the torn part. That's sew the torn part. You can sew it. You can sew it to close it, and you can also wash the dirty net with mild soap and then dry it in the shade, not with any harsh detergent, and not to be dried in the sun. That's how to treat your net. Timothy, complete the following statement. Every night, lower the net to cover the person in it. Tack the edges.
Tightly. Tightly.
You tack it tightly.
Tie the edges of the net.
Yeah.
You tight in the net.
No. Tack the edges. Yes.
To the bed.
You're not getting it. You tack it under the mattress or the bed so that mosquitoes cannot enter. That was what I was looking for. After you finished hanging it, you must get it under so they don't enter. Otherwise, the entire enterprise will be defeated. Bernard, long-lasting insecticide nets do not need to be retreated. True or false?
False.
False. You're wrong. It's true. It's true. Mavis, long-lasting insecticide-treated nets can be washed up to 20 times. True or false?
False.
False. You're lying. It's true. Timothy, long-lasting insecticide-treated nets can last for only 1 year. True or false?
False.
False. That's correct. That correct answer ends round 2 for us. Who's winning? Who's losing? Who's leaving here? And who's staying on to play for 1,000 Ghana cedis? We'll find out when we return. You're welcome back to the Good Life Game Show, lovingly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service. Your health, our concern. The BCS project with sponsorship from the United States Agency for International Development. How did our contestants fare? That makes it a tie for Mavis and Timothy. Shall we break it then, ladies and gentlemen? Let's start with you, Mavis. There are 3 things you have to do if your child is being treated for malaria. Name 1 of these things. 5 seconds.
You should make sure the child finishes the course, the malaria course.
You should make sure that the child finishes the malaria course. Is that the best you can say? Which is the malaria course?
The malaria treatment course.
Okay, the medicine.
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you. Timothy, name 1. She's mentioned that you must finish the course. That's the treatment, taking the ACTs. What else is there?
Is the question again?
There are 3 things you have to do if your child is being treated for malaria. Name 1 of these things. She has only mentioned that you must use the ACTs as prescribed by the doctor or the health worker. What next is there to do?
You have to give the correct dose to the child.
You have to give the correct
dose.
Well, Timothy, that answer, I am not so sure, but thank God we have Dr. Margaret with us here. She's our permanent resource person for this season. Dr. Margaret, here's a dicey situation. What's your expert advice?
Timothy has said the same thing that Mavis said, but in another form. I would have expected he was going to say the treatment needed to be given almost as immediately as the doctor or the health worker requested that it be started. So he said basically the same thing. Complete the course, there's dose. They are basically the same thing. So we cannot accept his answer.
Thank you very much, Dr. Timothy. You are wrong. And so that's the end of the road for you. Please come. Timothy is actually not happy about the verdict, but hey, expert is the expert and she has the final say here on the show. On Timothy's shirt, you could actually read modulate. I'm sure he wanted to modulate to the next round, but he didn't get it right, so he has to go. Are you ready for round 3? Round 3 is our thematic round. In this round, the rules haven't changed. 5 seconds for each question, 3 marks. And this is our thematic round. We're going to talk about malaria. Bernard, why are children more at risk from malaria?
Because they are now growing and their system hasn't developed so well. And therefore, the parasites can take place in them so easily.
Okay, I'm not an expert. Doc, please help us out.
Children are at risk of severe malaria, more so those under 5 years. This is because their immune systems have not developed well to be able to handle the parasites very well. So we'll give him 2 out of 3 for his attempt.
2 out of 3 for Bernard. Mavis, your hat is actually in your mouth at the moment. I can tell from your face. What is the most common cause of death among children under 5 years in Ghana?
Malaria.
Malaria, that's it. Bernard, how long does it take for a child to die from malaria? Options: A, it can take only a few hours. B, 3 days. C, 1 week.
3 days.
3 days is wrong. It can take only a few hours. Mavis, how quickly should a child with malaria be treated? How quickly?
As soon as the malaria is detected.
As soon as the malaria is detected.
Malaria is detected.
Dr. May. Proper Dr. Margaret Nazer. What do you say?
Yes, immediately the diagnosis of malaria is made, treatment has to start. So Mavis is right. Immediately. Within 24 hours.
Pocket Dr. Mavis is right. Proper doctor says she is right. You have 3 points. Bernard, what is the best way for you to prevent your child from getting malaria?
Sleeping in a mosquito-treated net.
I give you 3. I give you 3. Mavis, what happens inside the body when a child gets bitten by a malaria-carrying female Anopheles mosquito?
The child experiences symptoms of malaria.
You are saying the same things I'm saying. Dr. Margaret, please.
The parasites multiply quickly in the child's blood, destroying the red blood cells in the process, as a result of which the child can become anemic.
So Mavis is not right.
No, she's not right.
She's not right. So Mavis, you get 0 on that score. Bernard, not all children react to malaria in the same way. Please, give me 3 additional signs that may warn a caretaker that a child has malaria.
Feverishness, losing appetite, and also sweating profusely.
Doctor, please save me.
Apart from fever, other signs or symptoms include headache, restlessness, weakness, loss of appetite, convulsions, sudden collapse, joint pains, and then rigors or chills.
So, how many marks, Doc, for Bernard?
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. Bernard, you have 1 out of 3. Mavis, a child can get malaria by eating certain foods like mangoes, unripe oranges, and maize, or by walking in the sun or rain. True or false? False, eh? Doc, do you agree with Mavis?
The mosquitoes breed during the rainy season because they need to produce their eggs, lay them in bodies of water, and these are abundant during the rainy season. Coincidentally, it's around the same time that we have a lot of fruits and vegetables all over. So people tend to associate the 2 events together. But eating fruits or vegetables will not result in malaria infection. So Mavis is right.
Mavis is right. Thank you, Doc. Bernard, the last one in this round for you. If your child has fever, what home remedy can you do before taking him or her to the health facility?
Rush water on the child.
You rush the water?
Yeah, as in having a quick bath, just water.
Quick bath?
Yeah, water. Rushing water on the baby.
Doc, is that the right thing to do?
Well, he has the idea, but it didn't come out quite right. You need to sponge the child with lukewarm water or tepid water, not cold water. I guess that was what he had wanted to see. So you give the child a tepid sponging with, you give the child a bath with tepid or lukewarm water, not cold water. You give paracetamol, and then you rush the child to the nearest health facility. So we'll give him 2 out of 3.
Thank you, Doc. 2 out of 3 for Bernard. But Doc, what is the proper process of sponging the child with water before you take the child to the clinic for treatment?
Yes, the temperature of the water should be right. It should not be cold water, just tepid or lukewarm water. And then you start from the feet, and then you gradually work your way up to the top. You don't have to pour the water from the head and then hope it will work. You start from the feet, and then you gradually move up to the rest of the body.
All right, thank you very much, Doc. Mavis, last one in the round. For 1,000 Ghana cedis, get this right, and you could be richer. 1,000 Ghana cedis richer. What is the main sign that a child has malaria? What is the main sign that shows that a child has malaria?
The child runs a temperature.
It runs a temperature. Dr. Margaret, is it the same as fever?
Yes, it's a generally accepted term. If somebody says you are running a temperature, it means you have fever. So we will accept it.
Thank you very much, Doc. That's correct for Mavis. And that running fever note brings us to the end of round 3. I'm sure that both of you are having a certain fever towards the 1,000 Ghana cedis, but only one of you will get it. And who could that be? I don't know. We'll find out when we return from the break. Stay with us. If you missed this episode from the beginning, don't worry. Catch a repeat on Wednesday on this very same network. Alternatively, you can also go on to YouTube and type Goodlife, the Goodlife Game Show. Episodes of the Goodlife Game Show will come up and you can enjoy and learn more. Now, what are the scores for round 3? Beautiful. Now you have 1,000 Ghana cedis with you. Did you expect to win?
Not at all.
You didn't expect to win. So how are you feeling? Your legs are shaking already?
I can't wait to get home.
I see. What are you going to use 1,000 Ghana for?
I'm going to invest in my education.
Education?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say your Kobe business or something. We'll see you at the semi-finals. Congratulations. Put your hands together, please. It's time to go, and what do I leave you with? I say you must remember that the type of mosquito that gives malaria bites only at night. And for this reason, you need a long-lasting insecticide-treated bed net to treat and prevent from malaria, because that is the surest way to prevent you from getting malaria. So why don't you go out there, get one from the hospital, the pharmacy, the clinic, or the licensed chemical shop, and it will help you a great deal. My name is Johnny Hughes, the Bonafide Genius, and until next week, when we meet again, you must remember that your good life goes with good health, and you, yes, you have that singular obligation to live it well. Get home and enjoy.
This program was brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, BCS Project and USAID.